been a blast. Teenage dreams and neon screens. It was all rad, you know what I mean. Like, you know, it's like whatever, together forever. We're never gonna sever, laughing, sharing our stories clever. We'll take you back, it's like whatever.
Welcome to Like Whatever, a podcast for, by, and about Gen X. I'm Nicole, and this is my BFFF, Heather.
Hello.
So, Heather's off the hook until after the holidays to have to share her life.
Because I have no life.
Right. She's just delivering.
I did go to the dermatologist today.
Oh, yeah. That's exciting.
That's a new thing for me.
That is.
And I explained to the lady how up until 5 years ago, I had porcelain alabaster skin.
You did.
Because I never went out in the daytime.
That is true.
And if I did, I put like a layer of shellac on myself to keep the sun's rays out. But because of my job, I'm not able to do that anymore. So I have to get a tan, which hurts me to my core.
And it looks weird on you.
It does.
No offense.
I know. It is weird. It's funny because I belong to those goth Facebook groups, whatever. Mm-hmm. And one of them was like, what is the least gothly thing you do? And I'm like, I have to get a fucking tan. I fucking hate it. It's awful. But anyway, I thought, well, now that I get sun, I have to go and have the doctor look. And so she did the full body scan and she froze one off. And she was like, now this is going to hurt just a little bit. And I was like, I didn't even notice. Lady, just do it. There's so much shit on my skin right now.
Well, your porcelain skin and no sunlight ties into something I want to talk about.
Oh, there we go. Look at me. Segue.
So I finally watched the movie Sinners.
Yes.
Do you know that movie?
I do. I haven't watched it, but
okay,
it's been on.
Do you know it's about vampires?
I do.
I did not know that prior to watching it.
I live with the vampire lover.
Oh.
Obsessed.
So I am not a big fan of vampire movies, except like The Lost Boys, of course. I love that one.
Of course.
But this movie has Michael B. Jordan in it, so
yes,
I will watch anything
with
Michael B. Jordan in it, because I just like looking at Michael B. Jordan. But yeah, it's really good. And he plays two roles. I didn't know if you knew that.
I didn't, because I went to bed.
I think they're cousins. And one's name is Smoke, and one's name is Stack.
See, that's where I would have been lost. That's where you would have lost me.
No, it's actually kind of cute. And then Josh Allen's wife is in it. Do you know who the actress is that Josh Allen
I didn't
married?
know Josh Allen was married to an actress.
Catch up.
I know. Well, I was still thinking that because I had to have a discussion about Aaron Rodgers the other night for the Pittsburgh game, and because he got his little nose all bloodied.
He did.
He got his little bell rung.
He's such a tough guy.
And I don't know how we got on it, and I was like, wait, he was with like one of the Hadids, right? And Gigi, was it Gigi?
I think, yeah.
Or Bella.
And then he was, I don't know which one, but I know he was with the girl.
Danica Patrick.
Right. And then the girl from the movies, Hunger Games, maybe, or Divergent, the Divergent movie series.
Okay, I don't know who that is. But he's got a wedding ring on.
He's married.
Yeah. To a girl named Brittany.
Oh, you know her name.
Yes. Apparently she does not want to be.
Yeah, apparently none of his teammates have met her.
Apparently
none of his friends have met her. Yeah. I wonder if she exists, because he's a little
out there.
He's a little out there.
Agreed. However, I was thinking if she is real, good for him, and good for her,
right?
Because she's just like, obviously, she didn't marry him because he's Aaron Rodgers. If you don't want anyone to even know who you are, or maybe she did marry him because he is Aaron Rodgers, and she just doesn't want anyone to know she's married to a nut job. Anyway, I digress. But yes,
yeah, I think Josh Allen's wife's name is Hallie Steinfeld, something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is she related to?
I don't know. She doesn't look anything like him.
Oh, okay. He has kids, right?
He does. She is definitely not one of his kids. Okay. I know who they are.
Okay.
Yes, I watched that. I also watched a very disappointing movie, Weapons. You haven't heard of that one?
No.
It has the girl that played Ruth in Ozarks.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
And I love her. And it looked creepy. It's the one where 17 kids disappear
Oh, yeah, yeah.
out of their
yeah,
classroom and nobody knows where they went. It was dumb. It was slow. It was dumb. I don't know. I wouldn't waste my time on it.
I was listening to one of my podcasts today and they were talking about this story that I've heard several times and I really need to look it up again because every time I've heard it on one of my podcasts, they're always from like 2 or 3 years ago. So I never get an update on this. And it's just a fucking fascinating story. Like, I really just don't know what happened to this kid. And it was like the weirdest set of circumstances. And then he just disappeared. And supposedly, according to the ones I listened to today, which was probably the most updated of any of the ones I've heard it on, the kid has been classified as the missing person's case is closed. So I don't know. They seem to speculate that he was found and did not want anything to do with his former life. And so because he's an adult, you're allowed to just do that. And so they don't have to, they can just go back. I know this from experience from, they just go back and tell the family he's fine. Don't worry about it. And they are no obligation to tell you where they are because they're an adult. So that is some speculation because it's closed. And he's not ever been found. No body's been found, nothing. It's a crazy, I have to look it up. I don't even remember what the kid's name was. And I literally just listened to it about 5 hours ago.
Have you been following the news with the high school football coach that is missing?
No.
So... Well,
I can't watch the news.
Don't say it like you feel sorry for him. So...
No.
His team is on a undefeated season, and he just up and disappeared one day because someone found child porn on his computer. And no one has seen him. And I've been thinking he's dead. He went and killed himself somewhere because he was like upstanding in the community. Like his whole life is shattered now.
Right.
But then I heard on the news today, the last the family saw him, he was walking into the woods with a gun. Duh. And why can't cops find him? Like, you would think dogs would sniff it. How far in the woods did he walk? Unless, I don't know the territory. Maybe he's in a cave somewhere or made sure to be somewhere that no one would find him.
Maybe.
Yeah. But he gets whatever is coming to him. So, yeah. Anyway.
I try not to watch the news at all. Sometimes it's on because we only have a certain number of regular channels. And when I come home, sometimes it's on and I'm like, if this doesn't get off my goddamn TV, I'm going to shoot it.
I like CBS mornings I watch because I love Gayle King. And
I can't know anything. I don't want to know. I mean, I know it's horrible, but
it's not horrible. It's fine. I mean,
it's just the most frustrating thing.
It is. And I watch the Philly news, so it's just car crashes and shootings. So.
Oh, you know.
By the time they catch up on that, they don't have time to talk about anything else.
That's true. That's a good thing about it. I know. It was always so funny growing up here when you would watch the news because it would be like 37 seconds of like actual news that happened here. Like, if that even. I mean, 90%.
They found a body out in the middle of a field somewhere.
Yeah. And most of the time it was just like, I don't know, today's Tuesday. Like, in the beginning it would be like, we're not even sure how we're going to get a half an hour. But in like a couple minutes, we're going to have some weather and maybe that guy can drag it out. And then they would talk about, all the sports, the kids' sports and stuff. And then it would just be like, or my favorite not my favorite because it's very sad. But when they would lead the news with like a chicken house burned down.
I was waiting for you to say chickens. I was like, if she doesn't say chickens, she is lying about knowing the local news.
Because they always started it with something having to do with chickens.
Always about chickens.
It is.
When I was growing up, my local radio station had the Dead Chicken Patrol. And people could call in when they saw a dead chicken on the road.
Right.
Because there are chicken plants in Milford where I grew up. So I guess they'd fall off the truck.
A fun fact about chicken houses. Because my sister's friends of her husband's family have chicken houses, or had. I don't think they have them anymore. Some chickens, they're broiler. We have broiler chickens here, and they are only meant to live for 6 weeks.
And get as big and fat as they can in that 6 weeks.
Sometimes they get off-colored ones. So like they're all white.
Right.
All of them are white. But then sometimes they'll get like a weird brown one, or like a weird black one, or whatever. Well, they don't want them in there just because I don't know if they're racist, or
Apparently.
if it's like a superstitious. I don't know. But they would remove those as soon as they started showing signs that they were not the white chickens. They segregated their chickens. So they used to give them to my sister. So she...
No explanation for this. The meat wouldn't be any different.
No, they just, I don't know if it's just like I don't know if it's like some kind of genetic issue that they don't want.
Okay.
Like I don't know.
Okay.
Or if it's just a superstition. They just don't, it's different. And,
Or racism.
Or racism. I don't know. Could be all over the above. But she would get them. The problem with them is because they're genetically altered, they get ginormous breasts so badly that they at some point, because after their 6 weeks they're cold, but if they go longer than that they can't walk because they get too big. She had two large Marge
breast reductions.
That's exactly what happens. She had one she named Large Marge that lived the longest. The other one didn't quite make it very long because they're not very good at getting away from predators either.
Yeah.
And she has a lot of predators out there. So,
Well, she does live in the woods.
yeah. And then one day, Large Marge disappeared. So, but she doesn't eat her chickens.
Right.
They were going to,
Right.
but they didn't
Exactly.
because they had a
Sounded
rooster.
like a good idea at the time.
Yeah, well, and then she was like, "We're gonna get pigs," and I was like, "Okay, all right." You couldn't even kill a damn chicken.
Right.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so chickens. That's what's on the news here. Chickens.
Yeah. I don't know how much else is going on. Yeah.
Leave your porch light on for your delivery driver.
Yes.
It's always nice to throw a little snacky snack out on if you get a lot of packages and you're like, you should just put like a little. I have a couple of houses that do it, and I noticed it yesterday that they had their snacks out. Yeah. If you live where it snows, just try and get the porch cleared off best you can.
Or if you have a mailbox that a carrier has to drive up to,
clear
the front of
around
it.
it.
Yes.
It's not as easy as you think to get that damn thing in there. You need a little bit of clearance.
Yes.
So it's not just don't park directly in front of it. Give it some space on either side. But yes, if you live in an area that gets snow, just think about your poor mail carrier.
Speaking of deliveries, at the ripe old age of 52, I've decided I'm going to start doing jigsaw puzzles. Because I think I'm at that age where it's time for me to start.
We've always done them.
I've always enjoyed them. I haven't done them in years, but they are supposed to be good for your brain.
Yes.
And the older I get, the more I need to start thinking about that. And yeah, I just missed doing it. So I ordered a 1,000-piece puzzle. It's a really colorful, like a surf shack on a beach. It looks super cute. And then I bought a mat to roll it in so my cats don't steal my puzzle pieces.
They will.
I'm going to try now.
We had, growing up, my dad loves, all through the winter when there was nothing to do, we had the puzzles. And he had the special board that we put puzzles on. It just laid on the floor. But like in October, November, when the board came out, you were like, oh yeah, it's winter time. It's time for puzzles. I'm pretty sure he still has the board downstairs. So we would put like 3 or 4 puzzles together a winter. But he is a weirdo. Like, I don't know. And he never has answered the question, but because we'd be at school all day. And so he would fuck around with it. And he would never put the last piece in, ever. Like the whole puzzle would be done, and then the last piece would be sitting next to the spot that the last piece belongs. And he would not take it down until somebody put the last piece in. And he never has answered us as to why he does that.
It's got to be a superstition.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if he was just never allowed to do it as a kid, so he was just like, fuck it, I'm never going to do it. I don't know. But he will not. You have to put it in there. And then, like, as soon as you put that in there, the next day, the puzzle's gone and a new puzzle's up. But if you left it there for a week, it would stay there for a week.
Aww.
Until someone else puts I don't know what
sounds like trauma.
Right? I don't know. He will never answer. But they probably have one going right now. We got him some 3D ones. He doesn't like the 3D ones too much. But we got him it was like round.
Ooh.
We try and get him like a really hard one, and then one year I got him one that was all black.
Whoa.
Yeah. That one took him a long time.
Yeah.
There's some where it's like the same pattern all over it. And they're the really hard ones. So
yeah.
You can work your way up.
Yeah.
Let me know, and I'm sure that black one is in that closet somewhere.
Whenever I think I'm ready for it.
Yeah. Well, you know. You can have it.
Nice. All right. Well, before we get started, if I could ask, like, share, rate, review.
Yes.
Find us wherever you listen to podcasts.
Yep.
Find us on all the socials at Like Whatever Pod.
Yep.
And follow us there too, please.
Yes.
We are on YouTube at Like Whatever. And still a work in progress, but there's stuff going on there. You should check it out. Speaking of checking out, we have a new website.
Check it out.
You can find it at www.likewhateverpod.com.
Yeah.
You can go on there. All of our episodes are on there.
Merch. Thanks, Pat.
Yeah. Crap About Us is on there, and we do sell merch. We have shirts, water bottle.
Thank you, Pat.
Yes, thank you, Pat. Our number one fan did purchase some merch, and we are super excited.
Yes.
And Christmas is coming up.
His book is coming out too. Let's not forget that.
Oh, I think it came out this week.
Did it? Yes, because I got the notification that I will be getting my signed copy next week.
Exciting.
I know.
Yep. So look for ways to order that on Facebook. I will be putting up his information on how to reach out for that. He, for anyone who forgot, Pat Green, he wrote Hearts of Glass, Living in the Real World, and we had him on for an episode to talk about his book. So if you did hear him and you got his book and you enjoyed it, you got number 2 out now.
It is Hearts of Glass, Fade Away, and Radiate. So check it out. I imagine you can get it anywhere that books are.
Although he does prefer independent bookstores. He really is making a push to try to support them and keep them going. So if you could, order it that way. I think he has something going on too, where if you buy one, he donates to something to do with children of trauma.
Yes.
I can't remember exactly what it is. But anyway, like I said, I'll be posting that stuff on Facebook. So if you are interested, you can check that out. All right. Now that we've gotten through housekeeping, let's fuck around and find out about arcades.
I'm so I have so much to talk about.
I know. And this was what made it fun for me. Like, I have all the like boring where it all started, how it all evolved crap. And I know that Heather will be able to contribute lots of fun stuff.
I grew up at the beach.
Yeah. Yes, she did.
I spent a lot of time in arcades.
Yes. So my information this week came from Betson.com, mpamusements.com, lbhuston.medium.com, and arcade92.com. Alrighty, here we go. The earliest forms of arcades, known as penny arcades, emerged in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. These establishments featured a variety of mechanical amusement devices, including fortune tellers, strength testers, and pinball machines. Pinball machines happen to be one of my all-time favorite games to play. Yeah. I don't know why. They're very anxiety.
They are very
causing.
Anxiety. Yes.
And I'm really not good at them. But
they're very loud.
Yes. But when you get something good on there, it's so fun. These venues provided a form of entertainment that was accessible to people of all ages and backgrounds. Pinball machines, which became popular in the 1930s, were a significant milestone in the history of arcades. These machines featured a playfield with obstacles and bumpers, and players used flippers to keep a metal ball in play. The goal was to score points by hitting various targets. Pinball machines introduced elements of skill and strategy, making them a staple of arcades for decades. Video games have evolved from a small hobby into a massive industry. Now, many big games are released each year. The esports scene has also experienced unprecedented growth in recent years. Here is a brief history of arcade games to learn more about them. For younger people, it may seem like game consoles have always been around. Anyone under 25 likely grew up with a PlayStation or Xbox at home. The truth is that the ubiquity of consoles is relatively new. Long before the home console, blah, blah, blah. Long before the home console, there was the arcade. So to understand the history of gaming, you need to know the history of arcade games. Coin-operated arcade games drove the popularity of video games for decades. Even after the Nintendo Entertainment System came out in 1983, it changed console gaming. However, arcade cabinets still played the big role in the gaming industry. It's easy to understand why. A video game console can be expensive, and that's not counting the games you need to purchase. On the other hand, an arcade cabinet offers the same amount of fun for a handful of quarters.
They're not quarters no more.
No.
Just a fun fact, Ocean City, Maryland, if you're anywhere in the East Coast, they did, as of like 2 or 3 years ago, because I haven't been down there in a while. Actually, I haven't been down there since COVID, so I'm going to guess, though, that they do. But the one big arcade down there, Playland? Oh, no, that's one in Rehoboth. Whatever their big one is, they still have the old games in the back, and they're all still a penny.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. They're just mostly just candy claw machines and stuff. But they do have, and I see you're going to talk about them in a second. So I'll wait.
Yeah, there was an arcade on Rehoboth Avenue. Mm-hmm. It was 3 years ago, I think. My brother-in-law was in town, and he was here for his birthday. Mm-hmm. And so we took him down there to have dinner, and we went to the arcade, and it was winter, so because his birthday's in December. Mm-hmm. So we had the whole place to ourselves, and it was really, really fun. But I think they closed it. So
probably.
It was the one that was next to Dolly's.
And I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's still there. I haven't been downtown in a while.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it wasn't there. Let's see here. What do you picture when you hear the word arcade?
No, that's Nintendo. Wah, wah, wah.
Ding, 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 ding. Whether you remember the dimly lit arcades of the 90s or modern chains like Dave & Buster's, you're probably picturing a room with many cabinets and games. I've never been to a Dave & Buster's, but a couple years ago, I worked for the state of Delaware, and we had a retreat, and it was a Dave & Buster's type place. And me and my coworker acted like a couple of 12-year-olds. We had the best time. Oh my gosh, we were laughing.
I have been to a Dave & Buster's, and it is a lot of fun. But around here, we have two in Ocean City, and one they're not affiliated with each other, but it's exactly the same thing.
In Rehoboth?
Lefties in Rehoboth, and then Alley Oops in Ocean City.
Okay.
And they're along the same lines, but they also have bowling or duck pins or something.
Yeah. Oh, man, I loved duck pins when I was little.
Yeah.
We didn't have them locally. I think we had to go to Maryland, but my dad used to take us to play duck pins all the time. And it was so much better when you were a little kid because the balls were manageable.
Yeah. And let me tell you, the lefties, their spinach dip is off the hook.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've eaten there before.
Have we? Mm-hmm. I probably had spinach and orange dip.
I'm sure you did.
They were good.
If that's what you like there, then that's what you had there. You might not realize that the familiar arcade trappings we all know and love arose from a much different kind of gathering place. Before arcades existed, there were amusement halls. Now, I tried to look up stuff on amusement halls, and it wasn't as easy as you would think because
No doubt.
it just took me to amusement parks. And I'm like, why, Google, can you not understand?
I imagine it's probably the same as like the old Ocean City, like the one in the back of the one in Ocean City. Like it's like in the back. They have all
Right.
the Skee-Ball and stuff.
Right. And I remember something similar. My dad would take us to Seaside Heights every summer.
Yes, I'm sure.
And they had similar things there back in the 80s. So an amusement hall was like an arcade. It was a place for people to gather and have fun. They spent money on coin-operated machines. Amusement halls existed before arcade games. So what kind of entertainment did amusement halls offer?
What did they have?
An amusement hall had two main draws: slot machines, ooh, yeah,
Ding, ding, ding.
and pinball. Due to the gambling laws of the time, slot machines didn't last long in most amusement halls. Although that was one thing, that's where my gambling started in the early 80s. My dad taking me to Seaside Heights and giving me me and my stepbrother a roll of nickels because kids could sit and play nickel machines on the boardwalk.
That's how I want a Cabbage Patch Kid.
Rather than playing games and riding rides, we sat at the slot machines.
That is how I won my Cabbage Patch Kid.
That's amazing. That's a really great story. The history of pinball is a critical element in the growth of arcades. They were some of the most famous early coin-operated machines, paving the way for arcade cabinets. They remain a fixture of many arcades today. Skee-Ball, my favorite, has been, I know I already said pinball is my favorite, but I think Skee-Ball is really my favorite. It's been a staple of arcades for decades, but there was a time when Skee-Ball was both new and struggling to take hold. The story of Skee-Ball begins with a career inventor searching for a big break.
Now, as a kid who grew up at the beach, Skee-Ball, literally everywhere, I am quite good at Skee-Ball.
I'm pretty good too. I need like a game or two to warm up.
Yeah.
To find the right spot to hit, but you have to go to the side if you want to hit the center.
100.
Yep, or the corners. You have to round it that way. You can't throw it straight at it.
Gotta have a system.
Yeah.
And they were all worn down so bad that there is probably just a groove there anyway.
In 1907, Joseph Forrester Simpson was living in Vineland, New Jersey, and trying to invent the next big thing. After several other inventions failed to gain momentum, Simpson took note of the quickly growing amusement industry, including the rapid growth of other games like very early iterations of pinball. Looking for profit from the amusement trend, Simpson filed a patent for a game he had invented. This game, which he called Skee-Ball, was officially granted U.S. patent number 905,941 on December 8th, 1908. He soon licensed the rights to two business partners, John W. Harper and William either Nice or Niece Jr. John and William created the Skee-Ball Alley Company in 1909. By April of that year, they had started advertising the game in Billboard magazine. However, sales grew at a crawl. In 1910, Nice passed away, leaving Harper to manage the company. Significantly in debt and living with friends, Harper and the Skee-Ball Alley Company were on the verge of bankruptcy after several years of poor sales. Fortunately, a Princeton University graduate and future war hero stepped in to save the company and the game. John Dickinson, SD, was a graduate of Princeton University. He was also an early fan of Skee-Ball. Incorrectly credited as the inventor of Skee-Ball for many years, SD actually discovered the game in 1910, allegedly while looking for a gift for his son. SD quickly fell in love with the game and in 1913 helped Harper save the Skee-Ball Alley Company. Thank goodness.
I'll tell you.
In an effort to build a market for the game, SD installed Skee-Ball machines in locations close to Princeton University. These games initially attracted an audience and did well, but eventually the novelty wore off. Deciding more drastic action was needed, SD purchased the Skee-Ball patent and its rights from Simpson. Now with full ownership of Skee-Ball, SD founded the J.D. SD Company. Until this point, the game had been unable to take hold in the amusements markets. SD was determined to change this. I'm really surprised it took so long for it to catch because it's so fun.
It is a lot of fun, especially in like New Jersey because they got a lot of, they got the same boardwalk shit.
Right. In 1900, there wasn't that much stuff to do.
And that's like their heyday.
Yeah, exactly. In the same year, he founded the company. SD installed Skee-Ball machines in a rented space on Atlantic City's boardwalk.
See?
He coupled this with an aggressive marketing campaign, placing advertisements in newspapers throughout the East Coast. Soon, buzz grew, and a market for the game quickly emerged. In 1915, Skee-Ball tournaments with hundreds of players were held in locations like Atlantic City. Skee-Ball became so popular that some cities, including Atlantic City itself, placed restrictions on when noisy amusements could be played to curb the disruption the game allegedly caused.
I mean, it is pretty loud.
Sounds like a get off my lawn kind of guy.
And like, who knew? I did not know that this was an East Coast situation.
Yep, in one of your favorite towns.
Yeah.
Soon after Skee-Ball's initial success, SD went off to fight in World War I. Upon his return as a hero pilot, he sold the company and Skee-Ball rights to new owners. The rights to Skee-Ball would change hands several more times over the ensuing decades, but the popularity of the game wouldn't wane. Today, Bay Tech Games Incorporated owns the official rights to Skee-Ball. They manufacture new machines from their headquarters in Pulaski, Wisconsin.
That's great. Like, I can't believe they're still making them.
I know.
They all look like they are from 1910.
I know. Maybe when these new, like, Dave and Bustery type places
Yeah, they probably get new ones,
yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess. Because they do always... I was dating a guy that lived on the other side of the bridge. And we went to the Dave and Buster's, and I was like, oh, Skee-Ball. And I cleaned the floor with him in the Skee-Ball, and he said that I was cheating because I grew up at the boardwalk and had Skee-Ball experience. And I was like...
You had Skee-Ball muscle memory.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I haven't played in like 32 years.
Right. Unlike other amusement games, which increase in complexity as technology advances, Skee-Ball has remained virtually unchanged for more than a century. Originally, Skee-Ball lanes were 32 feet long, and rolling the balls towards the bullseye required more force, but it soon was shrunken down to its current range of 12 feet to 14 feet. 32 feet would be very long and very hard to be accurate.
Then it becomes like bocce ball, curling or something at that point.
That has been the only significant change in its history. As we entered the digital age, the game adopted modern features, electronic scoreboards, sound effects, and lights, but its core gameplay has remained the same. Maybe that's what has led to its longevity.
Oh, yeah. Remember it would have like the little flip, flip. The numbers would flip down, flip, flip.
Yep. It's funny, it took so long for it to take hold, but then it's remained constant for all these years, basically unchanged.
Yeah.
Those early guys didn't know what they were talking about. Regardless of age, Skee-Ball is easy to pick up and play, but like any good game, it takes time and skill to master, as Heather has, obviously.
Indeed.
Above all else, however, its simplicity is what drives Skee-Ball's lasting appeal. There's something innately satisfying about accurately throwing or rolling a ball to hit a target and score points. Many sports are built around this experience. Joseph Forestier Simpson likely never imagined this game would spread across the globe, or he would have never sold it, and continue to be played over a century later. Yet Skee-Ball continues to remain a amusement game.
Yes. They're very loud, though. You can hear when you go into these arcades, because typically the Skee-Ball is in the back. Also, that one where you roll the ball under it's like glass, and then it goes into a cup at the bottom.
Yeah, that one stresses me out.
But I don't know I guess you get points for different colored cups. I don't know. I never really played it because the glass was, or in the bingo numbers. I don't know.
Yeah.
Those are always in the old section of arcades, too.
Yep. In 1971... the world tilted on its axis.
Wow.
Not literally, but something seismic shifted in the realm of entertainment. That year, Nolan Bushnell and Ted Dabney, the visionary minds behind Atari, unleashed Computer Space. Do you remember Computer Space?
No.
I don't either. It was the first ever arcade video game. Imagine, which I always thought, everybody always said Pong, which does come up later, but no. It was not. Imagine a clunky cabinet splitting out pixelated rockets, soaring through a starry void, battling flying saucers with reckless abandon.
I can't even imagine. Sounds like what's Asteroid?
Yeah. That was the dawn of a revolution, not a revelation.
Either.
Yeah, whichever. Although the first arcade game wasn't built until 1971, we must return to 1962 to get the complete picture of arcade history. That was the year Steve Russell created one of the first video games, Space War. Do you remember Space War?
No.
Me neither. It was a simple game by modern standards featuring two spaceships that could fire missiles at each other. At the time, though, it was a breakthrough, and I'd imagine it was wildly fun back then. Space War inspired two students at Stanford University, Bill Pitts and Hugh Tuck, to create Galaxy Game, a version of Space War that was coin-operated and ran on a computer housed in a wooden cabinet. At the same time, Nolan Bushnell and Ted Badney worked with Syzygy Engineering on another coin-operated version of Space War called Computer Space. Computer Space would become the first commercial arcade game.
Huh.
I know. I did not know that.
No.
The following year, Atari released Pong. Which was much more successful than Computer Space and brought the idea of arcade gaming to a broader audience. These were humble beginnings that sparked the video game revolution. Yeah, revolution. I got it right that
I'm
time.
playing Pong. Back and forth.
She's
right
ponging
now.
in her chair. Atari began the Computer Space's innovative technology and Pong's straightforward gameplay. They laid the groundwork for an industry that would attract billions and transform pop culture forever. Next time you're watching a screen, whether you are fighting aliens or racing cars, remember this. It all started with a rocket, a paddle, and two creative people who dared to dream in pixels. So poetic. Following the success of Pong, more game companies began developing arcade games. More and more titles would hit the market throughout the 70s, with racing games being the most popular. And those were always one of my favorites.
Never a fan of the racing.
I was god awful. Like I died 100 times.
I know. I was thinking that. And even after I started driving, I would go and play these games and I would be like, I still can't do it.
That wheel was so touchy. Like you turn it a tiny bit and you smash into the wall.
It was really nothing like driving.
I did get
very disappointing.
I did get decent at it for a spell where I guess I must have been going to the arcade at the mall a lot. Yeah. But yeah, I've tried one recently and I'm not good at it anymore.
A fun fact, the arcade is technically why Nicole and I failed out of the University of Delaware.
Well, that and vodka. But anyway.
Look, I said technically.
Then in 1978, Taito released Space Invaders, which changed arcades forever.
love Space Invaders.
Oh, yes. That one stresses me out, too.
Yes.
I don't do good with games that time me and put pressure on me to hurry up. Like I used to love, remember that phone game, Subway Surfer?
No.
Oh, I actually got really good. It was a little guy and he ran on these tracks and you had to jump up subways and collect coins and it would go faster as you go. Mm-hmm. And I actually got very good at it. And then I realized it was giving me insane anxiety. So I quit playing it. Space Invaders was a huge success. It created the shoot 'em up genre and marked the beginning of the golden age of arcade games. As the 70s closed, arcades experienced their biggest boom yet, becoming major fixtures throughout the 80s. You know how big arcades were if you grew up in that decade. While Space Invaders kicked off the arcade craze, it was joined by another significant release, Atari's Asteroids.
Yes. That's the one that had a knob, right? Didn't Asteroids have the knob?
Yep, we're going to get to a knob too. Which became the company's best-selling arcade game. In 1980, a year after Asteroids and 2 years after Space Invaders, Pac-Man arrived. Soon, Pac-Man fever swept the nation. Do you want to mention the...
I don't remember the name of the episode.
Oh, shoot.
Oh.
All right. It'll come to you. I know it will.
I'll look it up.
Making it clear that the 80s would be the decade of the arcade. Developed by Namco and published in the United States by Midway, two companies that would become arcade juggernauts, Pac-Man revolutionized arcade games in several essential ways. Pac-Man was the first mascot character in gaming, emerging years before characters like Mario and Sonic. It also featured some of the earliest video game cutscenes. The game was one of the first to appeal to both men and women. The game's creator, Toru Iwatani, aimed to create a game that wasn't based on violence or sports in the hope that such a game would attract women to arcades. Did you find it yet?
I don't know if it was the 1 year, What a Wonderful Wonder-Filled Podcast, or if it was the mixtape for the recently deceased, but I think it was the What a Wonderful Podcast. One Hit Wonders.
Too. Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Okay,
so it's the What a Wonder-Filled Podcast from October of 2025. It was our anniversary 1 year spectacular, and we talk about Pac-Man fever.
And you can find it on our website at www.likewhateverpod.com.
Great plug. Amazing.
I know, I pulled a U there.
You sure did.
Pac-Man introduced a unique game genre into arcades, the Maze Chase. This was very different from the shooting and racing games that came before it. As the Golden Age continued, many new games appeared. In the Golden Age of arcade gaming, they say Golden Age a lot.
Yeah.
One title crept its way into the hearts of players everywhere, Centipede.
I never cared for Centipede.
See, this was one that I purposely, like a lot of this is the history of, but then I would go and find information on things I wanted to talk about. Again, I know it contributed to my anxiety.
I didn't like when they broke apart. Then there was two of them.
Yeah. But the ball,
yeah.
So,
yeah, it had the ball.
Released in 1980 by Atari, this fast-paced shooter stood out not only for its colorful graphics and addictive gameplay, but also for the unique legacy it brought to the industry. Designed by Ed Logg and Donna Bailey, one of the first female game designers in arcade history. Go Donna Bailey.
Yeah.
Centipede brought a fresh perspective to gaming that appealed to both male and female players during a time when the arcade scene was heavily male-dominated. They were like, we got to get some chicks up in here. We look really bad. Oh, that reminds me. I heard this thing on the news, and I thought it was such a good idea, and everybody's poo-pooing it. But this guy owns a bar. I don't remember where he owns it. And no one single is allowed to come in after 9 o'clock because he doesn't want men in there stalking women and trying to pick them up and take them home. He wants people to be in there having fun with their friends or their spouses or whatever. And everybody, I see both sides of it. I do. But I thought it was very forward thinking to protect women in that way. I would definitely go to that bar.
I've always wanted to do a bar with no alcohol.
Yeah. And
that
you
has
can-
bands and stuff.
Yeah.
Like a full-on real-life bar with mocktails and, I don't know. If
And mocktails can just go wild these days. I mean,
Yeah.
you can make some really... I see mocktails on the menu, and I'm like, well, it doesn't have alcohol in it, so I'm not going to order it. But it looks really good.
I want to do. I have always thought it would go well, especially if you had bands and stuff like that, because people who are alcoholics kind of lose out because they don't want to go to a bar anymore. So then that's where bands play. So.
And plus, it could be very appealing to like a group of women or just a couple of women that want to go out and hang out and have the experience of being in a bar, but not get drunk and not get preyed upon and all those kinds of things. So, yeah, I love it. You know what? I'll have to be your bartender if you do it. So please don't pursue it. But
Yes, you would.
I don't think I can do it anymore.
You can.
I
You'll be
would if I
fine.
had to.
I'll give you a stool.
Speaking of which, I started dashing this week.
Yes.
I am now officially in the DoorDasher Club.
Yep.
Just trying to make some extra money for Christmas. And if I want to, I'll keep doing it. But it is fun. I really enjoy it. And it's much easier than waitressing,
Yes.
which would be my fallback if I really had to go out and make some money for any reason, because I did it for a lifetime. So, yeah, I enjoyed it. I did almost die last night. I was out after dark,
Yeah.
which I try not to do, but now it gets dark early and I have a full-time job, so I have very limited time I can go. But I'm taking this bypass through town, and it's just one lane. I'm going one way and then a grassy center and then the lane going the other way. And the car in front of me, luckily I am not someone who rides someone's bumper, so I was far enough back, but all of a sudden he stopped on a dime going 50.
Ooh.
And I hit my brakes and my car did very good. And I swerved a little bit to the right and the car behind me, thank God, didn't hit me. Nobody was injured. But as I'm almost rear-ending this person, I look and something is coming out of the grass. A herd of something is coming out of the grass. It all happened in literally a hundredth of a second. So I don't know what happened, but I think they were too small for deer. They looked like they were all white. I don't know if it was a pack of dogs, wild bobcats, Jersey devils. I don't know, but some herd of something. And they came and ran in front of the car in front of me and out. So I didn't get to see at all. It was just crazy. And the poor car in front of me, they just pulled in the shoulder. They were like, fuck this. I'm not
Maybe they
driving
saw.
right now.
I guess they saw the herd coming.
Yeah. But I had this amazing Mexican pizza in my car that smelled so good that I needed to get to somebody. So I didn't have time to pull over and take a break. But oh my God, that pizza smelled so good.
That is the problem with door dashing.
It is. I was starving by the time I got home. Anyway, back to the story. The premise of Centipede is deceptively simple. You control a small bug blaster at the bottom of the screen, fending off an onslaught of creepy crawlers like centipedes, spiders, fleas, and scorpions. The centipede winds its way down the screen, bouncing off mushrooms and splitting into segments when shot. The longer you survive, the faster and more intense the action becomes, and that's where my anxiety kicks in. It was this ramping challenge and hypnotic rhythm that kept players coming back for just one more try.
Yep.
So
Now we're going to hear a little bit about our middle school adventures with tiny little Nicole. Let's hear that lovely music.
Because Larry cutie light, we're laughing through her teenage plight. So grab your snacks and brace your soul. This middle school madness out of control.
Okay, so this week, I think I read ahead, and I think it's a doozy.
Oh, good. I'm excited. Arcades and a doozy.
I know.
Shut your mouth.
Let's see. I'm checking. Oh, wait. Hold on a minute.
Oh,
I've lost my place.
last week
Oh, yeah. Last week I had band in school, right?
I don't know because it was
A substitute for Miss Bailey.
yeah. Because we had to switch. Remember, we recorded our Christmas episode last week too, so we're all kinds of fucked up.
And we had the new student named Mindy last week, right?
I think so.
And Mr. Eschenman, my math teacher, was weird.
Yeah.
Yep, that was last week. All right. So today we are at April 6, 1984. It is a Friday. At the top of the page, I wrote in larger letters TGIF.
TGIF.
And wrote under it,
Right.
Thank God it's Friday.
Right. We might forget.
TGIF and when I was 11. Today I had to go to Mrs. Fox's again.
God damn it.
I know. Mrs. Bailey did have a substitute again.
I'm telling you.
I know. Now even our friend Pat is worried. Did you see his
No, I
post?
didn't.
He posted, "Where is she? What happened?" In Miss Booton's, I took a test. In gym, we played floor hockey. I'm sure I was wildly bad at that. Today in lunch, I didn't get to sit by Daphne.
Oh, son of a bitch.
And in parentheses, I wrote boo-hoo.
I guess. It's devastating news.
Surprising, I wrote teardrops on this page while I wrote it. In Miss Irwin's, we started to study the ocean.
Oh.
In Mr. Escherman's class, Tony, Tanya, and me were making up sayings, but not saying cuss words.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Like, I've got to go Swiss, go to helicopter, kiss my asteroids, which
That's
is
a good
very
one.
fitting for this. Oh ship,
Son of a biscuit.
oh ship, and Mother Strucker.
Oh.
Wild.
Get
Wild.
out of here.
We were crazy. We're
Out
lucky
of
we didn't get
control.
expelled.
I know. That is crazy.
I was a wild child, I'll tell you what.
You lint liquor. You could have made that commercial.
So that's this day in April
1984.
1984.
I'm going to be so sad when this diary is over. You're going to have to just think up new stuff.
I am too. And it must be the next one that's really, really good. Because I read one recently and I was like, oh my God. All right. Now, since we have talked diary, it's time for fun facts.
Fun facts.
Trackball Triumph. Centipede was one of the first arcade games to use a trackball controller, allowing for smooth and precise movement. This helped differentiate it from the joystick-dominated competition.
And it made a really cool noise.
It did. It really did. Historic design. Donna Bailey, the first video game designer, became a trailblazer as one of the first women to program an arcade game, and she purposely designed the game to appeal to a broader demographic, particularly women and kids, resulting in a more inclusive gaming experience. And I think it's funny that we're just now including kids. It really was all made for men.
You know, it's funny because when in the 70s, I distinctly remember, well, here, hold on a second. Let me just throw this in here for a second. And we might put this up on social media because I want everybody else's opinion on this. Because at the Thanksgiving holiday, that was last week.
Oh, yes. I hope you all had a good one.
Yes. I was sitting next to my mother, and I don't know why I was looking through pictures, but there's a picture of me and my mom. Somewhere in, I don't know, West Virginia, possibly. Anyway,
on the road.
Yeah. But so I'm standing in front of her and I have a shirt that has my name on it because I made fun of that. Was one of the reasons I brought. I was like, look, Mom, you didn't even know my name. And she's like, no.
Probably not far from the truth.
No, she's like, that's the way everybody was doing it then. And I was like,
Yeah, because none of you could remember your kids' names because you were all high.
So I'm looking at it. Okay, my mom is 5'5". And I was like up to like just at her boob or like just under her boob size. But my sister was not here yet. So I was under 5 and she wasn't pregnant. So that has to put me under 4. I look ginormous. I said to Mom, I was like, why am I so big?
And you all are tall. We're both 5'9".
Yeah.
So we're both tall for women.
I don't know. I was a giant.
Your dad's kind of tall. Yeah, that's really tall, though.
I'm going to look for it and show it to you because when I saw it, I was like, wait a minute. Why am I
aren't,
so
like-
tall?
Aren't 4-year-olds like 3.5 feet tall?
That's what I'm saying. I was looking at so go ahead and I'll find the picture. But yeah, I was a giant.
That's crazy.
I don't
Or
know
there's
how I
some
got that
kind
on
of
that, but-
shenanigans with your sister.
No, I mean, you can tell it's definitely pre-sibling.
Because you were happy.
Yes. I don't look like I had been abandoned. I mean, maybe a little because that's why they had my name on my shirt. But.
God forbid you were running away and they couldn't see the front of your shirt. Hey, you.
And it's funny because the shirt is black.
Oh, my God. That's perfect. Did you find it?
Yes. Don't I look ginormous?
Yes. And, wow. You and your sister look so much like your mom. It's weird.
I know. Maybe I'm not super big, but I feel like I'm way bigger than like a 4-year-old, 3.5, 4-year-old should be. Like I was literally 3.5 or 4 years old in that picture because my sister was born in October after I turned 5. So my mom would have had to been pregnant with her when I was 4.
Yeah.
Like for the majority of my 4.
Right. So that could have been early on. She
Yes,
could have been
it
pregnant,
could have
not
been.
showing.
Right.
Yeah, well, and you're blocking her belly
But
too.
it's short. But I have shorts on. But she looks really thin to be on her second kid. And we have shorts on in the mountains. So it has to be summer. I don't know. Anyway, sorry, guys. I don't know why I'm a giant baby.
We wandered off there for a minute.
I got distracted by my ginormousness.
All right, I have one more fun fact.
Okay, sorry.
Sound strategy. The audio in Centipede wasn't just for flair. It was part of the gameplay. The increasing tempo of the background noise added tension, yes, and urgency, yes, as the game progressed. So it was built to
Cause you
invoke
stress.
my anxiety.
They all do. I mean, I guess that's the whole...
It's
Space
the
Invaders gets
adrenaline.
that,
Yeah,
and it gets faster as you go down further. And
yeah.
my dad liked. I think the whole tangent we went off on was because my dad played video games a lot.
Oh, really?
Berserk. Everywhere we went, they would go play. I mean, that could have also been just their ruse, but
Yeah, Berserk stressed me out. Tetris
Yeah.
stressed me out.
I love Tetris.
Yeah, you would. All right. Centipede was a pillar in shaping what arcade games could be. It blended action, strategy, and creativity into one thriving package. And it's no surprise that even over 40 years later, it still makes an appearance in retro arcades across the country, including at Arcade 92, where timeless fun never goes out of style.
Where is that?
I know. Well, we will have to find that.
Yeah, because the arcades, like the ones on the boardwalk, they all have new games. None of them have the old games anymore.
And the new games are the same things as new slot machines. They're just lots of lights and noise and I
It's
don't
very
like it.
complicated stuff.
I'm a simple person.
Yeah.
Just give me.
Just give me Galaga and I'm good.
Yeah, exactly.
That was my favorite Galaga.
Donkey Kong, which introduced many people to the platformer genre, a popular game style that remains popular today. Like Pac-Man, Donkey Kong was an arcade titan with an enormous legacy. Konami released Scramble in 1981, which is considered the first side-scrolling shooter. This hugely influential and side-scrolling shooter became a staple of gaming until the advent of three-dimensional consoles. Do you remember?
No.
Okay. The journey brought digitized sprites to the arcade in 1983. That same year, Cinematronics released Dragon's Lair, the first game to use cell animated video with art by renowned animator Don Bluth.
I remember Dragon's Lair.
Okay.
I know I didn't play it, but I would watch other people play it because I am that weirdo who likes to watch other people play games. Because I'm not very good at them myself.
All right. And I know I've mentioned it before, but I had twin boyfriends when I was in third grade because they had a Donkey Kong handheld console. It was shaped like the video game, but it was handheld. Actually, one of them was my boyfriend, but the other one just came along.
Right.
And they would follow me home from school and bring their Donkey Kong. And then eventually I used my voodoo magic on them and got them to leave the Donkey Kong machine at my house.
Boy.
And so they could only play it when they came over. I had access to it all the time.
I had a Q*bert watch.
Oh,
I know. I loved my Q*bert watch.
so cute.
I played Q*bert all the time. I like Q*bert too. Hence the reason why I had to watch.
Puzzle.
Like you actually played the game of Q*bert on the watch.
Get out.
No, it was like you remember the calculator watches?
Yeah.
It was kind of like that, only it was Q*bert.
That's amazing. That's some high tech shit right there.
I know. I know.
All right. Puzzle platformers like Bubble Bobble, adventure games like Gauntlet, beat 'em ups like Double Dragon, and more were released throughout the 80s. At the same time, pre-existing game genres were continually refined throughout the decade.
So here's the thing about old people homes that I've now decided, and I know there's like the thing on the tickety talk and stuff. Like when we all have to go into the old people homes. Some people say that they should just redo malls as.
I could not agree more with that. Like,
old
malls
people
are
homes?
never going to come back. No. Brick and mortar is a dying industry, unfortunately, because I love to shop in person and try things on. But what are you going to do with those malls?
You could turn them into nursing homes for Gen X.
Yes.
And they already have an arcade in them and a movie theater. And so you could turn like the Boscovs into how many apartments could you get into a Boscov? Especially because they're 2 floors. And the 2-story malls. Shut up. Think of how many old people you can fit in there.
Right. And you don't even need to pay for name brand anything. You can hire employees who can work in the food court, and you can serve subs at this one, salads at this one, pizza at this one, Chinese food at this one. I mean, what are we doing here?
I don't know. I don't know what we're doing here. But
you can hire high school kids. Give them full-time jobs to come in, run the arcade. We could have record stores.
All of it.
Yeah.
All of it.
Even you could have clothing stores in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be one-stop
A
shop.
Benetton.
Yeah.
Let's just fully go back to the 80s.
Let's
do it.
Let's do it.
We're going to need to crowdsource that.
It really is a genius idea. But were you going to say something else about nursing homes?
No, that was it.
Because you were like, firstly...
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. All right. If it comes back, just...
It won't.
Cut me off.
Okay. Gone for good.
Okay. I get it. Believe it or not, Frogger almost never saw the light of day. And wait till you find out why. It's frustrating. When the game was first pitched to Sega executives, they dismissed it as a woman and kids game.
I don't even know what to say.
That wouldn't appeal to their target audience of young boys.
Who doesn't want to squish a frog?
For real. And what's the difference between kids and young boys?
I don't know.
So they're just saying women. Let's just face it. Women like to squish frogs too.
Yep.
But one determined market researcher named Elizabeth Falconer fought tooth and nail to convince them otherwise. In a bold mood, Falconer called out the execs for their previous blunder of rejecting Pac-Man, which went on to become a massive hit. Impressed by her tenacity, they finally agreed to let her test the game. And so, with the proclamation, let her have her damn kids game, Frogger was born. Who knew? In 1981, the very first Frogger arcade cabinet was put to the test at a single location, a San Diego bar called Spanky's Saloon. They really put a lot of effort into helping this lady get this off the ground. To everyone's surprise, the game became an instant hit with the bar patrons, and she said, "Bitch, I told you." That's not in the script. I made that up. They couldn't get enough of guiding that little frog to safety. Seeing the incredible response at Spanky's, Sega knew they had a winner on their hands. They decided to go all in and publish Frogger widely, setting the stage for the game's meteoric rise to fame. Namco's pole position, that was my shit, from 1982 was not only one of the most popular racing games ever, but it also introduced 16-bit graphics to the arcade. Finally, in 1981, Defender introduced more complex control schemes to the world. As the 80s drew to a close, so did the golden age of arcade games. That doesn't mean arcades disappeared, though, far from it. The early 90s saw the release of a game that rocked the arcade world. In 1999, Capcom released Street Fighter II, a game many still consider the pinnacle of the fighting game genre. Fighting games existed before Street Fighter II, but none had ignited the competitive scene as the release did. It changed everything by featuring a 6-button control scheme, a wider variety of special moves, and more. I used to like to watch people play that game. It was very entertaining, but I was not good at it.
There's so many controls. Like I can't do.
I wasn't coordinated
Yeah,
enough
I don't
for
have,
it.
I'm not either. There's
exactly.
too many buttons to have.
Like
to
I
worry
never learned to use an Xbox controller, and I wasn't. I could play. I was really good at Tiger Woods golf game, but that's because it's slow and you take your time to think and you line yourself up and then you release. But watching somebody sit there and play like Call of Duty and their hands
I
are
can
going,
play some Call of Duty.
Can you?
Well, see, because I like being the sniper.
Oh.
Because you have to breathe. Ooh. You take the breath in and then you shoot. Yeah, I like the sniper.
That does sound pretty cool.
It is.
Actually, my son, when he was around 14, I think I got him an Xbox then. And he was into kind of like the fantasy games, like the mystical kind of things. And he tried so hard to teach me how to play it. And it just wasn't happening.
Now with the Nintendo, I am a big, they're getting ready to make a movie of it too. What the fuck? Oh my
Mario?
God. No.
Sonic?
No. Go on.
Okay. Just interrupt me when.
Just cut that part out. The one with Link.
I can help you there. During the golden age of arcade games, competitions arose over who could achieve the highest score in games like Pac-Man. As Street Fighter's popularity grew, competitions in the arcade space became more direct. Street Fighter II's tight controls, deep strategy, and two-player versus mode made it the perfect game for head-to-head skill tests. This led to the development of a vibrant fighting game community that persists to this day. Of course, the runaway success of Street Fighter II led to a boom in fighting game development. As a result, several new fighting franchises emerged, including Tekken and Mortal Kombat. Did you find it?
The Legend of Zelda.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Mostly because I like playing the Ocarina of Time.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Mortal Kombat's had movies too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In the golden age of arcades, quarters powered fun games. Joystick blisters were badges of honor. One name stood out, Eugene Jarvis. This visionary isn't just another game designer. He is an arcade alchemist, conjuring up classics that ignited imaginations and redefined the genre. Jarvis's early days were spent tinkering with Atari pinballs, honing his skills before unleashing his creative fury on the world of video games. In the early 1980s, he struck gold with Defender, an exhilarating shooter where you soared through a starry sky, blasting alien invaders and rescuing kidnapped humans. Do you remember that one?
I don't.
The dual joystick controls, innovative scoring system, and addictive gameplay made it an instant phenomenon, propelling Jarvis to legendary status in the arcade world. But Jarvis wasn't content with one masterpiece. He followed up Defender with Robotron 2084, a dystopian robo rampage that pushed the boundaries of arcade action. With its frenetic twin stick controls, waves of relentless enemies, an iconic human error message, Robotron became a cult classic, testing reflexes and challenging players to new skill levels.
I don't remember that one either.
I don't either, but there was a movie called Robotron, right?
I don't know.
I mean, I know there was a RoboCop, but I don't think...
I think that's different.
Yeah. Beyond these iconic titles, Jarvis' influence reaches far and wide. He co-founded VidKids, a company that makes educational games. This demonstrates his commitment to utilizing games for more than just entertainment. Later in the 1990s, he brought his magic touch to the driving genre with the Cruisin' series, putting players behind the wheel of virtual hot rods and redefining arcade racing experiences. I do remember that one. Today, Jarvis is an active force in the industry, leading his own development studio, Raw Thrills Incorporated, which launches new hit titles yearly. His legacy, however, is etched in the annals, or annals? No, it's not anal.
Annals.
of arcade history. From the frantic dogfights of Defender to the neon-drenched streets of Cruisin', Jarvis games are more than just pixels and circuits. They're testaments to the power of imagination, innovation, and pure, unadulterated fun. While the fighting game craze helped arcades persist through the 90s, their popularity steadily declined. By the early 2000s, game consoles were more commonplace, eliminating the need for arcades. In addition, players were interested in longer narratives and more complex gameplay, which arcade games aren't designed to provide. Finally, the rise of online gaming services such as Xbox Live also contributed to the decline of arcades. Arcades found a way to bounce back. They expanded their options. Many arcades are now part of a larger family entertainment center experience, offering a variety of activities, food, drinks, games, and redemption counters.
I think probably a lot that killed the arcades also was the death of the mall. The beginning of the end for the mall.
Yeah, I think if malls were still a thing, arcades would definitely be a staple,
Agreed.
even with a home console.
Agreed.
Yeah, because that's just fun as shit.
Well, and people actually pay attention to their children now. I mean,
True. Back in the day,
you got sent to the arcade while they went shopping.
get out of my hair.
Yeah, just go. Here's some quarters. Go, leave me alone. Yeah. So I think I think we killed the arcade.
Great
Technology.
We built it up and tore it down. That's what we did.
And then in the old people homes that we will bring it back. And it will be all these cool games and not this new shit.
I know. I have friends who have pretty badass man caves, and they have some of the consoles or the wooden cabinets in their basement. Oh, God, I would love to have one.
I know. I just wouldn't know what game to pick.
I know. I think I'd have to get 2 or 3 if I was going to do it.
I know some of them have, it's multi.
Oh.
They'll have Pac-Man and, your typical, Galaga, Pac-Man.
That wouldn't be a vintage one, though.
No, I mean, they're not
right.
It's basically just the cabinet with the game in it. You know what I mean? Where you can still play it. Okay. But it was you can pick a game. I think
they're a couple grand. So if I ever have that laying around, maybe I'll get one.
Okay.
Today, massively successful restaurant chains incorporate arcade games into their experiences. They offer families a place to get a good meal and entertainment. Arcades are also experiencing a resurgence due to nostalgia. Go Gen X. Children who grew up in the 1980s and 1990s have fond memories of visiting arcades. Now they are opening their own arcades for their friends. Since many of these arcades are aimed at adult audiences who grew up on arcade games, they also offer alcohol, leading to the term barcade.
Barcade.
Because we Gen Xers are also a lot of alcoholics.
Yes, we have been drinking since we were 7.
Yeah, I mean, what do you want us to do? Barcade.
Not much else you can do.
I mean, it's not our fault. No. Barcades nationwide offer classic arcade titles and brand new games that preserve the traditions of the arcade. However, the main factor in their growth has been family entertainment centers, which continue to evolve to include miniature golf, climbing walls, boo, laser tag, boo, VR, not a fan of VR, batting cages, rope courses, absolutely not, and video games.
Oh, hell no to the rope course.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no.
The current landscape of video arcade game manufacturers includes a robust lineup of companies, including Raw Thrills, LAI Games, Baytech Entertainment, ICE Games, and more. And that is our history of the arcade. And now I really want to go to an arcade.
I know.
Really, really bad.
Well, we should go. I don't know when Ocean City shuts theirs down. Probably after Christmas because they got the stupid ass Winterfest of motherfucking lights.
Does Lefties have a good selection? I just remember the restaurant part and the bowling alley. I don't remember really
remember. I think it's more towards kids. I think it's the kid. I don't think it's a whole
kid party.
It's got Skee-Ball.
It's probably got the claw machines.
Yeah, I know it has. I know it has. The claw
and you're a
machines.
master of the claw machine.
Master of the claw machine. Well, that was so much fun.
It was. That was really fun.
We're gonna just as a aside, I guess. We discussed it before. So the website allows us to blog. And I'm going to say this because we discussed it. Don't expect it to be all the time thing because we're going to try to each do a blog a week. So there will be, and we all will sign whichever one's ours. And so while I was listening to you, I was thinking about all the things that I would like to include this week in my blog. So
Do it.
I
have random thoughts throughout the week. I'm like, that would be good for the podcast. And then I either don't put the note in my phone or I put the note in there, but I don't put it in a way that I understand what I was talking about. I'm like, I'll remember this in 3 days. And then I read it. And I'm like, what the fuck am I talking about? Because in the moment, it felt really like, there's no way I'll forget.
Yeah. I do that shit all the time.
Yeah.
So we're going to try and do that. Check out, I think there's a way. I'm not an expert on this website. I did finally find a company that would made it easier than the last company I had.
Yes.
To do. But I think there's a way that you can subscribe to the website to keep it up to date. I don't know. Look at it. You tell me. I don't know.
At least Google it and bump us up to the top of the Google search.
Google that shit. But yeah, I'm attempting to we're gonna try to blog. So this and we're gonna try not just the week's episode, but like other stuff.
Yeah, just random shit we think about because that happens all the time. Like I'll see something on TV or I'll have a random thought or I'll have a conversation with somebody and I'm like, oh, that's such a, but you can't make a whole episode out of it. So I love this idea of the blog where I can just put down my random stupid thoughts and hopefully somebody will read it
and care.
Yeah. I can also tell my therapist I'm journaling.
There you go.
Right? So she'll be really
and
happy.
in 30 years, when we come back to do this, we'll read it like we're reading her diary.
Because in like 3 months, I think I've done 5 entries in my... And I'll be like, well, I wrote a word. And she's like, that counts. She's such a great cheerleader. I love her so much.
I have never... I don't know. I love to write, and I don't know why I can't journal. I just can't do it.
I know. I even leave it laying right on the coffee table with a pen so that if a random thought hits me, and then I'm like, meh,
yeah,
I should write this. Meh.
Yeah, I do that too.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anywho.
Arcade games. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a really fun one.
Yeah.
I enjoyed doing that.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
You can like, share, rate, a review.
Please.
You can find us where you listen to the podcast.
Yes.
You can follow us on all of the socials at Like Whatever Pod.
Yep.
You can find us on the interwebs at www.likewhateverpod.com. Yes,
please. Check it out. It's really, really cool. Yeah. She did like an amazing job.
Thank you. And the mobile version is a whole different experience from the... I don't know why.
It really is. It really, really is.
It's so weird. Anyway, or you can send us an email about what your favorite or best at game is. You can send an email to likewhateverpod@gmail.com or don't like whatever.
Whatever. Bye.